Salanova. It's the most popular lettuce crop grown on most market farms, but the big questions: how much money can you make selling it? And at what profit? After interviewing hundreds of farmers in the past decade, I found that most market gardeners can't answer this profit margin question. They don't know the exact number of how profitable many of their crops are. They're just guessing. And that could be costing them a lot of money in missed opportunities, or worse, it could be keeping them stuck in crops that aren't profitable at all. Today, I'm breaking down the real economics of one of market gardening's most profitable crops, Salanova lettuce, and we're going to go 7 layers deep into the actual costs to see where our profits come from. Here's what we're covering: the 11 costs that make up production, why 76% of expenses are just in one thing, and how the same bed can generate anywhere from $71 to $2,000 in profit, depending on just 2 variables. I'm Diego, Diego. This is Modern Grower, where we talk about building a profitable farm business, not just a farm. Let's get into it. Salanova is by far the most common lettuce crop grown in most market gardens for a few reasons. It produces a full uniform head with uniform leaf sizes, making it great for salad mix, and it's reliably grown across most seasons. The downside: it can't be directly seeded successfully, and it can't be mechanically harvested using something like a quick cut greens harvester. This is a hand harvested crop. So is it worth it? Are the trade offs worth it? Let's find out. Before we dive in, credit where it's due. All of the production data I'm using to build this video come from Ray Tyler's book, The Farmer's Guide to Growing Organic Lettuce. Ray's grown tens of thousands of pounds of salad mix in the South and Tennessee for over a decade. So these numbers, they're not theoretical. They're numbers from a working farm that's profitable, and it's been very successful. Here's your scenario. You grow 100 pounds of Salanova on a 100-foot bed that's 30 inches wide using landscape fabric with 4 by 6 inch spacing. 4 rows, 6 inches apart in row. Labor will be $25 per hour with burden included. Here's what it takes to produce that crop. There are 11 distinct costs. Direct labor covers 7 of those: seeding trays, nursery care, bed prep, hand transplanting, harvest, post-harvest washing, and packing. There's direct materials. That covers 4 cost components: seed, potting soil, soil amendments, bags, and labels. The total production cost, $254 per bed. Now, $254 might sound like a lot, but here's where it gets interesting. 76% of your total cost, that's $195 out of the $254, is labor. Materials are only 24%. If you want to cut costs, labor is really the only lever that matters. You're not going to save your way to profitability by buying cheaper potting soil. When you run a market garden, you're not really in the vegetable business. You're in a labor management business. Every minute you save on a process is money in your pocket. Let's break down that $195. The biggest surprise: nursery care takes 20% of your labor costs. It's about $50. That's watering, checking seedlings, moving trays, and most farmers don't really realize how much time they're spending in the nursery before that plant ever hits the field. Packing is 14%, accounting for $35. That's the second biggest labor chunk. Transplanting, harvest, and post-harvest wash each run about 10% for $25 each. And here's the key insight: Ray's post harvest wash cost is lower than most because he uses landscape fabric. The fabric keeps his leaves clean, reducing washing time. If you're planting into bare soil, expect that $25 to go up, potentially even double. Your $59 in materials breaks down simply. Seed, $42, that's 71% of materials. Bags and labels, $7. Potting soil, $5. Amendments, $5. Yes, Salanova seed is expensive, but when you see the profit numbers, you realize $42 is nothing. So stop complaining about the seed cost. Now let's flip to the sales side. A 100-foot bed producing 100 pounds of Salanova at $10 per pound generates $1,000 in gross sales. But here's the variable that many farmers miss. Yield per bed dramatically changes these economics. At $10 per pound, if you have a 50-pound yield, $500 gross. A 100-pound yield, $1,000 gross. 150-pound yield, $1,500 gross. Same bed, same labor, same fixed costs, triple the revenue. This is why growing skills often matter more than cost cutting. At $10 per pound with 100-pound yields, your profit margin is 75%. That's $746 profit per bed after the $254 in costs. At $15 per pound with a 150-pound yield, you're looking at 89% profit margin, $1,996 in profit per bed. Pretty good. Run this calculation for every crop you grow. If you can't hit 50% or better profit margin, question whether that crop belongs in your rotation. Market gardening itself isn't unprofitable. Individual farms themselves are unprofitable because they don't know these numbers. Every profit scenario comes down to two things. Variable one, the price per pound. In this example, $6.50 to $15. The average I hear from a lot of farmers is they sell salad mix for about $10 a pound. You can make money at that. Good money. Variable two, yield per bed. 50 to 150 pounds is the range we're using here, and this is where your growing skills show up financially. Good farmers, I've heard, getting over 200 pounds of yield per bed. Look at the extremes. Worst case, $6.50 per pound, 50 pounds per bed, $71 in profit, 22% margin. Best case, $15 per pound, 150 pounds per bed gives you $1,996 in profit. That's a 90% profit margin. Same crop, same bed, 28x different in profit. If you raise the 100 beds of Salanova per year at $746 profit per bed, that's $74,600 in profit from one crop. At the low end, that's $396 per bed. You're still looking at nearly $40,000. Keep in mind, you'd have to be able to sell all of that. This week, calculate your actual yield per bed and your actual selling price. Plug those into this framework and ask yourself, am I leaving money on the table? Profitable farms don't guess their profit margin. They know them. They measure them. The farmers who can answer, what's your cost per bed, are the same farmers that are making six figures on small acreage. The ones who can't answer that probably aren't making much money. So is Salanova worth growing? The numbers say yes. If you can control your costs, maximize your yields, price appropriately, and sell everything you grow. But here's the real takeaway. This exercise works for any crop. Carrots, tomatoes, microgreens. The framework is the same. Know your costs, track your yields, run the math. For a complete deep dive into lettuce production, including different planting methods, their cost comparison, check out Ray's book, linked in the description below. What crop do you want me to break down next? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more farm business analysis just like this, subscribe and hit the bell. And I'll see you in the next one. But until then, be nice, be thankful, and do the work.